Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, the Bills come into this one still seeking that elusive first ever Super Bowl title.
Hard to believe they don't have one, because you have to remember, back in the day, as the kids like to say, they went there 4 straight times. Super Bowls 25, 26, 27, and 28. They lost to some of the giants of the NFL at that time, though. They lost to the Giants. That was the first one. They lost to Washington, and they lost to Dallas twice. Some great names on those Bills teams. Jim Kelly at quarterback. Mark Levy was their head coach. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? He used to love when he...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, what's it? Stop.
from the gun on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
54, right there, 54. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Check. Back. Hey, check 24. Under 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, come on. Shift. Mike 50. Let's pick it up. Let's get off the field. Let's get anyone. Watch the shift.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He can run, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Round 80! Mike 5-4. In your face.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bills send the punter out. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And down he'll go at the 25.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. I'm scared.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Allen, and Diggs has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Flush to his right. Dorsett's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check, 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 check. Wide, get wide. Switch. 25, check 25.
They run again with Carson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Carson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Everyone's got 4 down. 14.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, 4 down, alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
That's caught at the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 3rd down, it's McKenzie. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On second down, it's Carson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Good trap. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 31.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Even. 4 down, even. Eyes on 13. What that? 12.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Allen off the play fake. It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll run on first down. Carson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
No. Check 43.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he'll go down at the 28. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike, 49. I got it. 49, check 49. Big Ed.
On first down, Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen got a man. It's Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Hey, dude. Watch out. Alert.
Now Allen again. And that is incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Oh, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKenzie. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McKenzie, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Every 19. Alert. 53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Pass 85. Right there. 54, Mike. Target.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Alert 3.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Freeman the first down and more. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm BattleGod signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.